right? We don't always have that choice. If I'm having a bad day, I have to go to work. I am my brand. If I'm having a 2-day, I have to show up.
Right.
So I asked myself this: what would it take for me to just go 0.25 higher for my number?
Interesting.
Like if I'm a 3 today, what do I need to happen right now just to go 0.25 higher? Because that gets me on the right track. I don't have to what's great, find something good, make it all amazing.
Right, no.
Sometimes you're like,
sometimes it can't be that day.
So why not focus on that little micro move?
Yeah.
That little thing.
That you can control.
Right.
I love to start these off with like really tough questions to answer. Really
okay,
deep, meaningful questions. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
When you wake up, what are the first 3 apps you use?
Oh, I don't.
Do tell.
Yeah, so I really am intentional about my time on my phone.
Okay.
And I really don't. Like I wake up, and also it's like we are very regimented in the morning. We've got a lot going on.
Okay.
But I don't. I get up and I give my husband a kiss good morning, and it is like downstairs, cup of coffee. I don't even think I look at my phone probably until I make a phone call after I drop my daughter off.
Really? Don't look at it at all?
I mean, I might look at it, but I don't look at email. I just look at, see if, sounds so morbid, but when you have parents who are aging and family, you just want to make sure that nothing's happened. That sounds crazy, right?
No, it's accurate. Yeah.
Okay, so I just look at it. I'm like, okay, there's no emergency, nothing's going on. There's no like text that I need to read. Like I just look to see if there's any notification, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And then I go and just get into my morning routine because I don't want to add any funk to my morning.
That's right.
Especially because I'm interacting with 2 other humans in my home that need me fully present.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but it works. And then I'm like in routine. It's like lemon water, coffee, make breakfast, make lunch, let's go.
Gotta have your coffee?
Yeah.
Are you that person? I do.
Yeah, I only have 1 cup a day.
Same.
But it's not, if I don't have it by 9 o'clock, I get a headache, those caffeine headaches.
Okay.
But I do have to it's part of my morning routine. It makes me just feel like it's morning,
Yes.
I'm going, and yeah.
I find that like when so it's espresso. We have an
Oh, you were
espresso
like
machine.
fire. You're like, let's do this.
Let's go. Like I find that once I have it in my hand, I sit down. For some reason, at home, morning and evening, I'm generally cold unless I'm like working out or something like that. I'm like, I'm always cold.
Okay. Hence the sweater in 97-degree weather.
It's incredible, right? But it's chilly in the office, but like I'm generally cold. And so I'll have my cup of coffee and I'll kind of put it to my chest.
Ooh.
And I don't know the psychology behind it, but it is signaling to my brain that, okay, I'm done with my workout. I'm going to spend some time in prayer. I'm going to plan my day. Meaning I've planned it the night before, but like I'm going to dive into like top 3 and things like that and figure out what time I want to leave. And it's just a 10 minutes or so time for me to enjoy my coffee. There's nothing else going on, and it's just me time.
I love it. And if it works, keep doing it.
And it works. Yeah.
Mine's not as calm. It's like coffee, making lunch, making breakfast. What are you having? Cereal, muffin, what's going on? But it's part of like...
Sounds like a pit crew.
100%. But it's part of like it's part of my joy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I love those moments. And a lot of times if it is a morning I'm going to work out, I work out outside of the home and I go at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't have coffee before that.
No,
I can't do it. Plus it's yoga. So I literally cannot have coffee before you go to yoga. It just doesn't work.
No.
But I get back and it is just like that spitfire moments where we're all in the kitchen, we're talking about what's happening, and it's chaotic and it's messy and it's just insane.
Yeah.
But I love it because I get to do it just with the same people every morning. So it's fun.
That's really cool. That and that you have a morning routine. I find that 90% of the people I speak with that are successful have a morning routine. Whether it's like regimented and chaos or regimented and quiet, they have a morning routine and it's working for them.
Yeah. I mean, even if I'm yelling, get your shoes on, it's a routine.
It's absolutely a routine. What are you doing? We got to go. Get out the door.
And that's just to my husband. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm just teasing. It's not.
What's his name?
David.
Shouts out to David.
Yeah.
It's not you.
Hey, he has to deal with my crazy as well, too. And there are moments where we're like, you wake up and you're like, let's shut our funk before we go to work. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Or let's have a dance party, or there's something that comes on. There's certain songs that our family is really, we like and we like to dance to. So based on what's happening in the year where we're at, we play certain music.
Okay.
So we do that before school and
Nice.
all that good stuff.
Okay, well that brings me to like my second deep, meaningful question.
I'm ready.
What song describes your life?
Oh man. So there is a song by Avicii, the DJ, and now I cannot think of the title of the song, but it's literally on my phone. I don't know, I'm blanking right now, but it's all about the impact, and it's meaningful to me because it's all about the impact you can have each day.
Love it.
And I cannot believe I cannot remember the name of that song. It will come back into my head in a moment.
As soon as you leave, it's gonna.
Yes, I'll be like, there it is. But also, you know, I love all types of music.
Yeah.
But I don't listen to music in the car.
Okay.
So I don't listen to music. Yeah, I don't. Sometimes it's just quiet. There's enough going on up here.
Yeah.
But I think in my life, there's different songs for different moments. You know, like there's a lot of music from Pink that I love because my daughter and I connect with that. Like "Cover Me in Sunshine," that's our song. Or I'm never gonna dance again. Like I don't like these songs that we play because life is too short and we just enjoy that music together.
Yeah.
So I love that song by Avicii. I don't think that there's just one song that would define me. It depends on what's happening in the moment.
In that moment. Okay, and then last one, but related.
Okay.
You're a speaker, public speaker.
I am.
If you were to have a song that played you onto the stage, what would that be?
So I have done that. So I do have different music that plays. So one time I did a session, not one time actually, a couple times, but I do this session about goal setting, but it's all about the wildness of goal setting. So I play that song by Shakira, Africa. You know, it's really fun. It's like an African, like, you know, kind of like safari kind of fun music. And I play that going on a stage. I have played the Avicii song going on a stage, so I played that before. But I think I'm a huge Pink fan.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking maybe like one of her songs. I just don't know right now off the top of my head which it would be.
Nice.
But like, you know, like Walk to the Plate song, kind of like baseball
Yeah, like
thing.
Walk to the Plate. Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel, again, it feels like my mood is different all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's always going to be something upbeat. It's not going to be like, you know, some somber song.
No.
Like,
You gotta get, you know, ready to go to the plate.
Yeah.
You know.
So something where the energy walks in the room before I do.
Mine would be, don't laugh.
I would never laugh.
James Brown, the Boss.
I could totally see that.
I love that one. James Brown, the Boss.
I love
that. It's on my workout playlist. It's on my, like, I just love it. It's old. Most people are like, what is that? But
that is like classic.
Puts me in a great mood.
Well, and have you ever done that? Have you ever actually used that song to walk up to an event or something?
No, I have not. You know, I speak as well.
Well, we need to do this.
But like, I've never been asked like, what walk-up song would you like? And I don't want to be the only one. Like,
why? Break out of the box. Be different. What do you care?
True. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I should make. I can't publicly say where I'll be next. But not yet.
But I feel like that is, people don't do that enough, right? Like we feel like we have to like fit in this box and be what everyone expects us to be, but just be different,
Just
you know?
be different,
why not?
It would be that, or it would be Hang On Sloopy, which is like an Ohio State.
That's a good one.
Ohio State, you know.
Oh, is that Ohio State connected?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They sing it at every
Hang on.
every song, every game.
Really?
They play it. Yeah, the band plays it. I actually don't know the origins. We're gonna have to look that one up.
Okay.
But Hang On Sloopy, they play it every game. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So evolve the business.
Yes.
What year did you start the business?
Well, that's a tricky question.
Okay.
So there was actually a name change. So it was first Imagine, which was started back in, 2008.
Yes.
And then when I realized that the name was, I spelled it differently. I thought I was being like clever, but you're the marketing guy. You're like, no, don't do that. It's stupid, I'm sure. It was EMAGINE.
I love it.
Okay, well, anyways, people always mess it up, this and that. But then my business evolved, and when I started thinking about like what I wanted to be, how I wanted my business to grow, I realized that Imagine wasn't the best name for it. So in 2015, I think it was, 2016, it changed to Evolve.
Nice.
And now we're going through another rebrand. Because why not keep evolving?
Keep evolving. We've done the same.
I mean, like, and here's the thing, people, they don't know me by my business name. They know me as who I am.
Right.
And I am my business. I am my brand. And so it doesn't really matter what my business name is. My website is jaimemarco.com. It's not Evolve the Business.
Which, shout out to you for being able to get your own name domain.
Oh.
That's very difficult.
I'm really surprised. Actually, so my maiden name is Brown. James Brown, right? I was called that all the time. That was harder.
Yep.
But I found it and I was like, buy.
Right away. Ironically, there was a guy of all places out of like St. Pete, Clearwater, that owned chriswilliams.com for years.
The jerk. I mean, no one's really
for years. It was this old looking website. I mean, like it had been built At the latest, it was built in 2003. Like, it was super old looking.
Like flash stuff on it. Like
Yes,
okay,
super old. And I would, like send the guy like, hey man, I'll buy this from you. And once a year or so, I'd send him an email. No, I never ever heard any type of response. And I check it every once in a while. About 6 months ago, the site went down. And I was like, okay. But somebody owned it, and now there's a big for sale. I think it's $25,000 that they want for it. I'm like, I ain't giving you $25,000.
And what is the business? What do they do?
He was a jazz musician, or maybe still is. I don't know.
Do we even know if he's still around?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was good music. I like jazz music, and I remember like looking him up. Like, okay, this is good, but I want the name, bro.
Well, see, I mean, I would have said, why'd you not go just meet him? Go find out where he's playing and be like, put that personal touch on it. You know?
Personal touch. Give me right now.
You're a boxer. No kidding.
Right now.
Not that kind of personal touch.
No. Okay, so when you decided to go into business for yourself,
yes,
talk to me about the first month you were in business for yourself.
First time, or like the rebrand?
The first time.
Yeah, so it was kind of forced into it. So it was back in 2008. Are you familiar with what happened in 2008?
Here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I was in real estate, and I was actually working for a home builder at the time as a new home sales trainer.
Okay.
And I was working for the Tampa division in Tampa. And things were changing, and the first teams to be laid off were the salary team members. And so it was horrible. It was the most horrific experience. Yeah. We had laid off a ton of new home consultants and kept some. They used me to be the person who made that announcement, and I had to call people and say, and this isn't part of the story, but I just have to kind of share with you how dramatic this was. I had to call people and tell them either to go to the 5th floor or the 6th floor. And then when they arrived, one floor was being laid off and the other floor wasn't. I was still employed. And then 2 weeks later, I was given the option of either going and working as a new home consultant again or being let go. Yeah, it was horrible.
Wow.
And at that point I said, I don't like the way I was used to deliver this message.
No.
So, and I get it. Listen, no one wants to deliver that message. But so I left and I tried to figure out what I wanted to do. And my first thing I did was I started hosting hurry date parties.
Hurry date?
Yes, it was speed dating parties through the Spark network. So like Match.com and all those. They had something called hurry date, speed dating parties. And I started doing that. I was like, this is great and all. I was living in Tampa and I was like, this is fun. And I luckily had saved enough money. But then I said to myself, you know what? I don't want to do this. I need a new fresh start. And I moved to Chicago.
Okay.
And I was living in Chicago and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And it just kind of led me down the path of, you know what? Why don't I just start my own company? Figuring out how I can be my own person, doing some of the things I did, doing some training on my own, figuring out what that looked like. And I started thinking about it. And then I got hired by a national telecom company to come in and be a national sales trainer for them. So I was living in Chicago. Actually, first I was actually working. I have to tell you this part because this is where it kind of all led to. So I started working at a health club, selling memberships in Chicago.
Nice.
I know. I was great in sales.
Done this.
Yeah, I was great in sales. Got recruited to work for this big company. That's a whole other story. But I got another reduction in force. So I'm like, I'm gonna start my own company, and I did. So my first day though wasn't doing work for myself. What I did was that I was networking like crazy. I was really working my network. And I had met different people who had their own consulting firms. And they were always looking for contractors. So my first day of my own company was really as a 1099 team member working for another consulting firm.
Okay.
And I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, is it phase 1 or phase 2? Because they were very different stories.
When you broke off from that, is that at the rebrand? Is that?
Yeah, it was. There was a whole other path there, which if anyone ever wants to talk about that, we can talk about that. But then when I moved here, I moved back to Florida in 2015, and I was working for a different telecom company at the time in a full-time role. And I was working behind a desk in my house. It was great, though. I had my daughter. She was able to be there in the house with me. It was amazing. But I'm not meant to sit behind a desk.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. And so I said, how can I do what I did all those years ago, working for other consulting firms, but do it on my own terms?
Right.
So I decided that I wanted to really focus on that leadership aspect and sales and customer experience. And I put together a free event that was for community leaders. I invited about 25 people to come to it out of my own pocket. I invited them to come hear who I was. I just moved back to town.
Wow.
So that happened probably within the first 2 weeks of the rebrand. I did it at the Lakewood Ranch Country Club. I brought in about 25 people to come in and say, this is who I am. I'm new to town. This is why we should work together.
Wow.
And that's when I got one of my first biggest clients. It was incredible. I was still working my full-time gig, 40 hours a week.
Love it.
This was my, what is it called, side hustle.
Yeah.
And I started to brand myself here. And I was networking. I was doing that. I was doing my job. At night I was going. I had a newborn baby.
Oh, my goodness.
But, it's what had to happen.
3 full-time jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's what had to happen. And so that was my life when I first did the rebrand as well, too.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have done it if I didn't have that previous, 9 years of experience working for other firms and figuring out what works, what people want, what people need.
It's interesting how you're like different roles, they may seem like, or maybe people may look at like a smaller role or an entry level role as like, oh, that's just one of the steps on the ladder or whatever. But like you take something from that, like when I started Gento, I've told this story before, like I went business to business, but I had done that for, previously. Even like going back to when I moved here, I was in the real estate market.
I remember.
And we went door to door and handed out flyers like, hey, will you put this in your break room? And so I didn't care about getting yelled at or say no solicitation. I didn't care about that. Yeah. I was going to go door to door and sell my services. Yeah. But it was that little lesson I learned all those years before that 100%. Made me comfortable with 100%. Doing it. Yeah.
And that's the thing is that like we have gotten, and I know you're a digital agency, so please don't take offense to this, but we have gone so far to the electronic side of life that we have forgotten about that real human-to-human connection of just door knocking. And I'm not saying, people are like, oh my gosh, someone's at my door. Does anyone know who this person is? They might try to rob me. It's like, these people are working really hard going door to door. I will always open the door when someone knocks on my door and just say, you know what? It's not an easy job. I trained that in Chicago. We trained selling 5G internet in the middle of the winter of Chicago, going to door, knocking on the door and getting people to open the door. I mean, I remember my face was frozen and I was out with our door-to-door team knocking on the door in Chicago.
Yeah.
Have you been to Chicago before in the winter?
Never. Okay. It's cold though, right?
It's like literally you cannot breathe. Yeah. And people would let us in their home.
Really?
And it was just a different mentality. And I think that's what has helped me identify connecting with businesses. There's something flying around here, sorry.
I see that, yeah.
And I even have a really good friend she works for Edward Jones. And she deals with $1 million clients. Mm-hmm. And she goes out and she's knocking on the homes.
Knock on doors?
Yeah.
It's effective. It's old school, but it's effective.
It is.
Right?
And like we forget about those old school tactics. But, I know a good story about you being in the library parking lot, making some of those phone calls and dialing up.
That's right.
And smiling and dialing will by far, for me, always beat out only doing an e-blast. Now, are they pouring?
Yeah.
Yes. Some people need those e-blasts, need all that.
Yeah, they still need it, but
you need that human connection, especially if you teach it.
Especially if you're teaching it. And I'll say, I have closed deals simply by being present physically, right? Mm-hmm. Like last year or the year before, like I flew to Phoenix for a day, literally, with a prospect, shook a hand, spent 45 minutes or so on site, back to the hotel, deal was signed by the time I got back there, simply because I was willing to come and shake a hand, and people just don't. Everybody wants to sit behind a Zoom screen, which Zoom has its benefits, but like the art of shaking a hand and being physically present, it's going away.
Well, I am on a mission to bring that back, so I am.
I'll tell you this, I'll probably get this wrong, somewhere overseas, Japan, China, something like that, there are services for like platonic companionship.
Okay.
So there
like are AI services or like you mean?
No, there are professional friends.
Okay.
Like you'll pay me, I come hang out with you. We'll go to the movies. We'll go throw the football.
Website? What's that website called? OnlyFans.
No, it ain't that.
I'm just teasing.
No.
You know what? Because there's a lack of friendship these days.
There's a lack of friendship, and so that over there, and they're much more advanced technologically than we are, right? So they're further along.
Sure.
But I imagine that at some point that's going to come here. And to an extent, I guess it kind of is. Like if you think about like seniors and stuff like that, the home health aide will come in for health reasons. Yeah. But a lot of times there's a companionship, component to that. Just hang out with my mom or my dad or whatever.
Sure. I mean, it's really interesting. So I had a conversation this morning with someone we were talking about. She asked me, who do you work with? And I said, I work in every industry because the common denominator are humans.
Yeah.
And I always ask this question if I'm doing a workshop or even if I'm doing a keynote. I say, how many of you in this room feel disconnected from the people in your life? Everyone raises their hand. How many of you feel unseen, unheard, ignored? Everybody raises their hand.
Everybody.
And so we're all feeling that. but no one's really taking that action to change
change
that,
it.
or they sometimes don't know how.
That's true.
And so that is my mission. That is my thing, is that, what I do is not just for me. It's about, I'm really on a mission to change the world, and it's not about this, but that companionship, we all need it. People feel lonely.
Absolutely.
And it breaks my heart. I hate that. So
and
I don't know how we got on this, but
different areas. Like it may be great here, but at work it's tough, or it might be,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so talk to me about empathy and leadership. What does that mean to you?
Ooh, that is a heavy topic.
Yeah.
So, I feel like they're so connected, but here is why, right? Like, we so often see that when it comes to being a leader, that you are expecting people to do things for you, right? Like you're in this leadership role and people have to do things for you. That we often forget that there are also people behind it, right? So it's not just the human doing, it's that human being.
That's right.
And organizations don't focus on that enough. And it's always, we don't have enough time. We don't have time. We can't do it. We got KPIs, we've got metrics, we've got to do different things. But here's the thing, my theory is that leadership is not a role, it's an attitude.
Yeah.
And it's the attitude of realizing that other people have stuff going on.
Right.
And when you demand so much out of somebody, we've got a major mental health crisis going on in the world.
Major.
And it's because of that demand that comes from not leaders or leadership, but comes from organizations pushing people so hard and not realizing that, wait a second, we're human. We've got stuff going on. And
it matters.
Yes, I'm not a number.
Right.
I'm not just, a person sitting in a desk, but I'm a real person who's feeling certain things. And you don't have to be my best friend. You don't have to have like a cry moment and have me come crying up. But you just say, you know what? Hey, do you need a moment? And it's because also we all walk around lying to each other all day long. So, why I
Instagram
say that, right? Well, yeah, Instagram.
I would say social media.
Oh, yeah, we're always posting our best moments. But here is the thing, right? We ask the same question to each other all of the time, and people are lying.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, and what are the answers?
Oh, great.
Great,
yeah, great.
Good.
But
living the dream. Woo-hoo!
It's not always great though, right?
It's not. And here's the thing: I sent you earlier. Fine. Like that word stands for freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Yeah. You don't ever want to get fine. Like that's not the word you want to have. But here's the thing: is that we keep asking that question as a greeting, and like it goes like this: Hey, Chris, how you doing today?
I'm good. Yeah. How are you?
Oh, there we go. I'm good. Sometimes people don't even ask back, right? They don't even ask back. But how many times have you said you were good, but you lied about it?
Yeah.
Right?
All the time.
So it happens in the workplace all the time. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good. How are you? And we're lying. And then we go about our day like strangers of the night.
Yep.
But people are like, wait a second. I'm not fine. I'm not good. I'm not living the dream. And no one cares.
Nope.
And so we're disconnecting. So we talk about empathy. How can we have empathy if we're not even telling the truth about what we're feeling?
And even like outside of leadership, just being, I started this thing probably about 5 years ago where like, what is that?
I don't know. It's like some kind of like thing flying around. Yeah. Either that or it's like my inner voice being like, come back, Jamie.
Come back. So like 5 years ago, I started this thing. You're in a store and you need help.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are just like, hey, can you get me? Hey, can you show me where? Yeah. I'll walk up to people and I'll be like, excuse me, how's your day? And people are just thrown off. Good. It's pretty good. How can I help? And it's just like completely changes their mood, their conversation. So I love to do it, especially especially if I walk into a place that's like busy and you can tell like I was at the Men's Warehouse yesterday.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy
well, it's
busy.
like probably still sales stuff too as well too. So we're like,
right.
Oh.
And I'm like, excuse me, how's your day? It's okay. It's busy. How can I help? Their demeanor just changes. Their defense goes down.
You saw them.
Yeah, you see them.
Yes.
And how important is that in leadership?
It's
see
important.
You.
Well, yeah, and it's not even like, so here's the thing, but it works both ways, right? Yeah. So we always say the leader should be doing it, but I had this conversation the other day with someone saying, well, my leader never asks me, anything about me. They never talk to me. So, well, what do you know about your leader? We're all humans.
Right.
I had this conversation with my daughter about teachers. And I said, you've got this teacher who has 25 kids in the class,
right?
And they're always asking about you, but what do you know about your teacher?
Right.
And she's like, what do you mean? And I said, well, your teacher is a person too. What do you know about her? So she started asking questions.
Nice.
And it just goes into, I really believe that every day we have the power to see more people. I started this thing with my daughter. It's the littlest thing. It does cost money.
Yeah.
But the reaction we see is incredible. Let me share with you what we started teaching her. So I'm trying, listen, my legacy is to make her be like the most amazing human and like whatever it is.
That's our jobs, yeah.
So we go to the grocery store and we're in the grocery line and she'll ask the cashier. We do it at Publix. They don't sponsor me, but Publix, if you want to sponsor me, I'm totally open to it.
Shout out Publix.
There you go, Publix. So we'll be in the line and she'll say to the cashier, what's your favorite candy? And the cashier will say Snickers or, Sour Patch Kids. And she'll also ask the person who's doing the bagging the groceries, what's your favorite candy? And they don't even realize why we're being asking. She will do it. I don't do it. She does it.
Yeah.
And then she goes and she grabs the candy off the rack and we ring it up. And they're kind of like, oh, maybe she just wants to try the candy.
Yeah.
When we're done checking out, she'll hand it them and she'll say, thank you so much. Make it a great day. It is incredible. She wants to do it all the time. We can't. We're like the candy elves. We can't do it.
Come on.
We did it. We just realized recently we did it to a girl twice, and she's like, what was her comment? She said something like, we realized something in her reaction was like, I know what we'd done her before, you know?
Oh, she was ready for it.
She kind of knew what was happening. But their reaction is just so cool because it's just that empathy, kindness. It's not even empathy. It's like, hey, I recognize you're a person.
That's right.
Your job is not easy. You deal with angry people in the grocery store, all the time.
All the time.
Right. I appreciate you.
Yep.
And that's something that can be not just in a leadership role.
I'm stealing this idea.
But please do.
Yeah.
Please do. I mean, you don't do it at the one Publix. I'll tell you where I go. I don't want to tell the whole masses because then, whatever. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But we actually have decided we're going to switch during which Publix we do it at because I think we've been I think people don't know
everybody.
Yeah.
You got everybody now.
I think they get it. And not that we don't want to keep doing it for those people, but you kind of like that surprise factor. Right?
I hope that I meet her and she asks me because I'll be like filet mignon.
Well, I would get that for you. But here's the thing. It's not the setting, right? It's not the setting. But it's just teaching it at a small age about it cost me like $4 maybe at the most. Right. But it's not about that. It's about realizing that people just want to be seen and heard and understood. And it's much more than a leadership thing. It is a human thing.
And it pays, a lot of people look at KPIs and stuff like that, like you were talking about, because it grows revenue.
Yeah.
But so does this. It just doesn't show up on the data sheet the same way.
Yeah.
But you're completely right. Like if I know people who have great jobs, high paying, wonderful jobs, but they are not seen and they hate their work.
I work with some really big companies that would know their name because you use it every single day.
Yeah.
International companies. That they have all the perks that you can imagine, every possible perk that you can imagine, but they have a team that doesn't see them, care for them, or even understand what's going on in their world. So it doesn't matter what your role is, it doesn't matter what your organization is, where you are, people are not feeling connected.
Yeah. You said a moment ago something I've heard you say a lot of times, make it a great day.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's such intentionality behind that. Why do you say that?
Well, so I actually don't ask, how are you? I never ask it. I've actually coined myself the no more how are yous girl.
Okay.
I just don't feel like I want to waste time doing that.
Right.
So for me, I'd rather say something more intentional. Like maybe sometimes for me, it's just good morning, good to see you.
Yeah.
I'll always say like good to see you, right? Or sometimes I'll say, hey, make it a great day.
Yeah.
Or make it an intentional day. Like it depends on who I'm talking with and what that looks like. But also it's like, I don't want to look at someone and they have this face of just like, they're miserable.
Right.
And make it a great day.
Make it a great day today.
It's like, I'll tell you. That doesn't help, right? So I might just give them a smile and say good morning. But everything I do really is intentional because I believe in that power of that connection piece.
Yeah.
Got my cup that I walk around with.
Yeah.
And I talk about the concept of what if we were all walking around with a number on our forehead?
Yes.
And it said what our scale was today on a scale of 1 to 10. Like a 10 is there's not a worry in the world. You've got nothing to worry about. You're not stressed about anything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm never a 10 and I get paid to go in and work with, I'm never a 10. Right. I don't think I've been a 10 for a very long time.
Who could be?
And there are some people and they have their reasons behind it. And I love that. Like my friend Jeremy, he is a 10, but he's got his reasons behind it. And he's this incredible human. Yeah. I'll have to introduce you guys. He's amazing. But then also a 1 is that you shouldn't be peopling, right? Like you shouldn't be out. I learned that word from a friend of mine.
Peopling.
But you shouldn't be going out and interacting with people. But here's the thing, we don't always have that choice.
Right.
We don't always have that choice. If I'm having a bad day, I have to go to work. I am my brand. If I'm having a 2 day, I have to show up.
Right.
So I asked myself this, what would it take for me to just go 0.25 higher for my number?
Interesting.
Like if I'm a 3 today, what do I need to happen right now just to go 0.25 higher? Because that gets me on the right track. I don't have to, what's great? Find something good. Make it all amazing.
Right, no.
Sometimes you're like...
Sometimes it can't be that day.
So why not focus on that little micro move?
Right.
That little thing.
That you can control.
Right. That you can control of what would it take, just that one thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I focus on.
I love it.
So yeah.
I love it.
And that's where empathy comes from too, right? Like if we're walking around and I know you're a 2 and I'm an 8, because I'm posting on my forehead, right? Or it's a post
Can
on
you
my front
imagine
door.
if we all did that?
I mean, it'd be incredible that we'd be real rather than I'm good, great, fine,
I'm
and
fine.
lying about it, right?
Right.
You know, then I could say, hey, Chris, you're a 2 today. I don't need to know why you're a 2, but I'm an 8. So what can I do to help you today?
To help you be a 3.
Yeah, or a 2.25.
2.25, yeah.
Then we're having a real conversation. Then we're really connecting and showing empathy.
And you're memorable at that point as well.
Yeah.
There's that benefit. All right, so talk to me about how you help clients. Like, what is somebody engages with you?
Yeah.
What's the goal? Where are they going to get to?
I love it. So I have 3 pillars that I focus on: leadership, sales, and customer experience.
Okay.
But it's the human side of all of those. So it's really funny. I'm part of the National Speakers Association. And I say that, first of all, I'll give them a shout out. If anyone's looking to be a speaker or you're looking to hone in on your skills or learn from the best, join the organization. You learn so many incredible things. You will have to come with me to a meeting sometime.
Okay, deal.
And so one of the things they talk about is like, pick an industry, figure out, where you're going to go and pick a lane. Over the last 20 years that I've been doing this, I have worked in every single industry.
Really?
There is not an industry I
can
have
see
not
that.
partnered with. And the reason I say that is that people come to me because my goal is to help their teams feel even better connected.
Okay.
Whether they are leadership, sales, or customer experience. So just this week, I am working with a transportation company.
Okay.
Helping their team identify how to uplift the internal customer experience. What does that look like?
Wow, okay.
They're very much external facing. We have that as a second phase, but I work with them figuring out how to really make that internal customer experience work even better so they feel supported and seen. I also this week worked with a home builder talking about difficult conversations. So what I'm doing every day is different with my clients, but it's under one of those 3 pillars. But a lot of the people I work with is that they bring me in for one thing, we talk about something, I do a program, and they say, you know what? We love how you connect with our team. Can you create a program around this?
Yeah.
I did a program a few weeks ago for a partner I've worked with for many times about how to be better connected families. I mean, at the foundation of what I do is just really helping people shed their funk, get unfunked, and figure out how to be better connected. That is my trademark word. So my book, Unfunct, is coming out soon.
Okay.
I will get you a copy
Here's
of
the
that.
scoop. Okay.
Yeah. This is the first announcement of it, by the way, the first announcement of the name. Oh my God, it just came out. Like, I'm like, there you go. It just came out. But Unfunct is that feeling of letting go of all of that negative noise, the energy that doesn't support who you are as a human, and getting back to humaning. And that humaning, peopling, right? These are all Jamie-isms. But when we do that, then we can be better leaders.
Yeah.
We can sell even better. We can connect with our customer even better. I talked about that question, how are you? And I remember I worked years ago for a home security company in a call center. Telling you, I've worked in every single industry. Yes. At call centers, I worked everywhere. And I was on the floor, and they say that 86% of home security calls that people are calling in for a new system are reactive, not proactive. Like someone's broken into their home or something's happened, right?
Of course.
So they're emotionally hijacked when they're making those phone calls. They called in and the person gets on the phone, thank you for calling. I won't say the company name, but thank you for calling so-and-so. How are you today? And the customer says, I'm not doing good. Someone broke into my home and it's just, I need to get a home security system. Mm-hmm. The rep on the phone says, okay, awesome, great, cool, let's get started.
Cool, great.
Who is like, and that's when someone buys in spite of the salesperson, right? Like you're like, you need a home security system. But I can tell you that they're not giving you referrals. They're not talking about you afterward.
No.
And that is the thing. So I work with teams and organizations to help them identify the gaps of where they're human doings and human being. If that gap is too big, which it almost always is, then we need to bridge that gap. And I give tactics and frameworks and tools to help them get there.
I love it. Yeah. That's really, really cool.
It's awesome. I love it. I love what I get to do. And every day is different.
Yes, and when you love what you do, then it keeps you going forward. It keeps driving you. It's not about the money. It's not about, it's enjoying what you do. Because you can have a high-paying job. 100%. If you hate what you do, you're not going to want to get up in the morning.
And I see it all the time. Mm-hmm. We are, I don't know when this is airing, but it is a very large Powerball right now. $1.7 billion, right? Yeah. Austin Powers there.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation with some people the other day, and they said, "What would you do if you won? If you won?" I said, "When I win." It's words we use, right?
That's right.
And they said, "Would you stop working?" And I said, "Absolutely not."
No.
And I know that it sounds crazy, right? I get it. Listen.
No.
My husband was like, "Yes, he would quit in a second." Sorry, he did. But I feel so grateful that I get to work with people every day and helping them find that unfunct feeling and feeling like themselves again.
Yeah.
We've lost that.
Yep.
So I'm grateful for that.
I love it.
What would you do if you won the $1.7 billion?
You know what? I talked about this on a show recently with, who was that, Trey? Ernie DuBose?
Okay.
No, I would not quit.
I don't think you would.
But there would be signs that I won the lottery. There would
Can I
there
be
would be
invited
some
on that
things
yacht trip that you're going to do?
Right. There would be some changes around here that would speak volumes, but
I get it.
I would keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah. I just enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the nerd that likes to look at the data
and
read that story and translate it. It's fun for me. And the industry changes so much. So
oh my gosh.
constantly.
I don't know how you keep up with it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I also feel that because of my experience, similarly, I've worked in marketing for all these industries. I feel like I could start a fill in the blank. And the hardest part, one of the hardest parts, is getting the phone to ring, is getting the customer acquisition. I can do that. Yeah. I could sell ice cubes or maybe not ice cubes, but you know what I mean.
You could.
And
to Eskimos.
To Eskimos, maybe. You know. Okay, we started this new thing where we ask a question from a previous guest.
Okay.
I've already done that just by chance. Our previous guest wanted to ask you what song describes you. You've done that. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to put yourself in my seat.
Yeah.
The next guest, you don't know who that is. I can't tell you.
Okay.
But if you were going to ask that entrepreneur a question, what would it be?
Ooh. Does it have to be business focused?
No.
Okay. If you lost your sight today, or you knew you were losing your sight today, what's the one thing you want to make sure you saw before it happened?
Wow. Listen, I can't tell you exactly why yet because I can't tell you who the guest is.
Will I find out live who the guest is?
When the episode airs.
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah. But when you see the episode, you'll know even more powerful than that question could be. That is such a powerful question, specifically for the next guest.
Oh my God, so, I am so curious now.
You're gonna be on the edge of your seat.
Oh, I love it. I need to know. I need to be tuning in every time now. I love that. I love that.
JB, this has been fun. Thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Absolutely. You're the best.